What's happening, everybody? Welcome back and thanks for watching. We got some more parts in today. Well, today's Sunday. We got these on Friday and Saturday. We got the adapter that I was talking about last time for the wastegate. It's really awesome, badass, shiny. We'll get this bolted on in the wastegate today. And then I got a bunch of axle boots. So we've been really going back and forth on trying to find axle boots or axles or stuff like that. I did find like a 700 horsepower set or 800 horsepower set that was like $2,500, and I was really just not digging that because I couldn't justify spending that much money for just the rears or just the fronts. So I was searching around on DSM Tuners and DSM Nation, and I ended up seeing a post where a guy was talking about boots. So I went to Rock Auto and I actually found the correct boots for all of the outside, or no, I'm sorry, for all of the insides, and then one of the front outsides. I didn't get the rear outsides, but that's all right because on my axles, the rear outsides are still decent. They're not great, but they're decent. They'll definitely last a while. And then I got a little band tool. So yeah, we're going to jam out on the car today. We're going to try and get the fuel system reinstalled because I took it out to clean everything and try and diagnose why we're not getting fuel again. I really hope it's not the fuel pump. So every time I plug in ECM link and go back to the stock computer, because we went back to the stock computer to try and start it. So when I went back to the stock computer, we had no fuel again. So that was twice that we switched back to the stock computer and we had no fuel. So I'm hoping the ECM link didn't fry that fuel pump. I'm hoping. But we're going to get the fuel system put back together, try and get it pumping. I did charge the battery. So we're going to put some axles together today. We're going to get the fuel system put back together today. We're going to get the wastegate installed today. And if I have some more time, I got a good amount I pretty much got all day. So if we can get all that done, I might put the side skirt caps back on, that fender back on, maybe the bumper, maybe some of the carbon. We are going to try and get all the axles put in and this car put back together as much as I can. If I can set this thing on the ground today, I am going to be extremely happy. We do have quite a bit of work to do today, so let's jump right into it. I don't know if you guys noticed, I didn't really say anything, but we did get new lavalier mics. So that's awesome. We should have a ton better sound quality. I've been kind of irritated at sound quality for the last while. Well, that looks awesome. Yeah, that purple sure is pretty. I was gonna go purple everything. The purple timing belt. I was gonna go with all the black AN lines with the purple fittings. I was gonna go with the. There was a bunch of the purple fuel rail. I like purple. And I like all the AN fittings with the black with all the purple fittings. That looks really good. But then we got blue hoses, so I don't know. Maybe we'll get blue wires and it'll all match. There's a little bit of purple on the strut towers on those D2 racing air struts. Those are purple. But then we got blue. I was trying to stay away from blue because we got all the purple on the inside. But it doesn't matter. It's not that big of a deal. What did I want to do? I wanted to put together the fuel system and make sure that that was plugged in. Yeah, let's get cranking along on the fuel system. literally the only thing I can think of is that fuel pressure regulator, the stock one that's on the other side of the fuel rail. The only thing I can think of is that that's stopping the fuel from reaching the fuel rail. So I'm going to plug this back in real quick. I'm going to go and take it off. I got the vacuum line taken off of the one side of it. Or the vacuum line. I got the return line taken off one side of it, or the other side of it. And I'm still not getting fuel out of that. So I'm going to try and take it completely off and see if the fuel pump will deliver fuel up through the rail. If it does, then I know that that is stopping the pressure from getting up there. I'm just going to lightly plug these in real quick so we can go up there and do that, which kind of sucks because I literally just put that back together. I'm so sick and tired of doing things 2 and 3 times. All right, that's plugged together good enough. We're going to go up there and take a look at that. So I've got that vacuum line disconnected from that little hose right there. That hose is attached to a stock fuel pressure regulator right there. So we're going to go ahead and take that back off. You guys literally just saw me put that back on. But we're going to go ahead and crack this off and then try and start, and then I'm going to go underneath and put that fuel line back together underneath the car. But I'm going to see if we get fuel up here without this fuel pressure regulator on here. All right, so I got that line back together and we are going to try and crank it just for a second. We're going to try and see if we get fuel out of the end of the fuel rail. If we do, I believe that pretty much means that that fuel regulator is bad. So let's go ahead and try and crank it and see if we get fuel. Okay, so we're getting fuel. I saw it coming out. So yeah, I think that means that our fuel regulator is bad. And I have no idea if the parts stores carry something like that. Just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna go ahead. I put the regulator back on. Now that we got fuel pump or fuel pressure to the fuel rail, I'm gonna go ahead and see if we leak out any fuel there. I'm not exactly sure how to test that thing, but I took the vacuum line off of it just in case we get fuel out of either end. I think that needs intake vacuum to open it, but we'll go ahead and check it out. Hopefully I get some fuel squirting out of it. I don't see any. And it should have already been puking. I'll put the vacuum line on it. Hopefully, maybe. That could be so much shorter. And I don't see any fuel. So I think that's our problem. Definitely not getting any fuel. Yeah, I'm over that. We're definitely going to have to try and get a adjustable fuel pressure regulator and some fuel line kit or something like that. But yeah, I'm over that for right now. All right, well, we played with that entirely too long. I got a new list, a couple of them, and we got a whole bunch of stuff that we want to get done today. So I am over the fuel system completely and fully. So I'm not going to mess with that for the rest of the day. We're obviously not going to be able to start the car. We are going to be ordering the blow off valve. I think that's the last um, expensive part. I mean, unless I get the fuel rail and the pressure regulator, that's going to probably be about $400. But yeah, let's see here. We need fans. We don't have fans. We need the boost gauge. We need the downpipe and test pipes. We need the blow off valve. We need intercooler piping. We need seat belts and brackets. And we need the 6AN water lines for the turbo and the wastegate. So we don't have any parts right now. So what we do have is boots. Well, parts for the underneath of the car, for the axles and everything. So we're going to go ahead and clean up and put together the axles and maybe get those in. If we get that done, maybe I'll grab the auto stapler and put the clips in the carpet and attach it down to the sides. We can put together the right side of the passenger side of the dashboard. Run water lines to the turbo and wastegate. Add coolant. Put bolts on. Oh, the boots on the steering rack. Yes, we can do that when we're doing the axles. So we're gonna go ahead and get this done today, and this done today. Make sure all suspension bolts are tight. Yes, we can do that today. Put cotter pins in the tie rods. Yes, we can do that today. Put on heater hoses. I am just not even wanting to get back in the engine bay today, so we'll skip that. We can strap up the fuel lines underneath. So it sounds like we're going to be doing a lot of work underneath today. Add brake fluid and bleed the brakes. We don't need to do that today. I need to pull off all the wheels and make sure all the brakes are 100% perfect. I believe they are, but need to pull off all the wheels so we can get to the bleeder nuts anyway. So we'll check all that out and maybe add fluid and get it all done. I'm pretty sure I got everything tightened on the distribution block. And yeah, so maybe we'll do that today. Add brake fluid and bleed brakes. Tighten fuel filler neck. I don't want to mess with that today. Weld top plate on the wing support. Not messing with that today. Yeah, so we got a big list. But we're gonna knock about half of that out today, and I'm gonna go ahead and start by putting the boots on all the axles, greasing them, making them all super badass, and getting them put together so that we can jump down underneath the car and get them all installed. So let's get into that. All right, so I believe these ones are the rears. Pretty positive, being that they're all the same. And the rear outers are what we don't have, but they're decent. They're not great, but they're not ripped, so I'm not really worried about them. The band clamps are still in place. Everything looks good. I don't hear any clicking. Everything feels nice and smooth. So we're not going to mess with the outers, but we are going to mess with the inners. So we'll get this off. I already kind of greased it up really good. I should have grabbed a razor knife, because I'm not going to sit there and play with that tape for half an hour. All right, so to get the tripod off, we need some snap ring pliers. All right, I hope my mics are still working, because video died. We had to plug it in, so it's plugged in now. We just got the axle cup out of the rear, and it is filthy. So we're gonna go clean that up real quick, because I ain't putting that in there. Rolling, but I can't even really feel it. There's no real like wear on it, so I'm not worried about that. Holy cow, I can't see anything now. I was just outside, the sun's all nice and bright, and wow, yeah, I can't see anything. See what I mean by it's green with, like, I don't know, half black. I guess it's not that big of a deal. Ain't nobody gonna be crawling under the car to look at the axles. Yeah, I really don't care. Okay, so this is the inner cup, and I believe I got 4 of the inner cups. Let's make sure that fits. We got brand new band clamps and brand new axle grease, which I'm going to use on that one. I've already put some of my regular Master Pro high temp, looks like wheel bearing grease. I already kind of smeared that around in here and everything. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get this put back together. I kind of wish I had some gloves. Oh well, doesn't matter. A little grease never hurt nobody. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put a little bit of grease on the threads here. This stuff is kind of thin. You know what? I bet you that that's separated. What kind of grease is this? This is lubrificant de haute performance. Let's see if the other side's in English. Hey, the other side's in English. Genuine high performance lubricant. Okay, well, that was funny. What was probably more funny was my trying to read a foreign language. I'm assuming it's Spanish, but I have no idea. I speak very, very, very little Spanish. Alright, let's try that again. This grease sucks. Alright, well, I got that done. Now, we're just going to put a dab inside here to keep all the pins in. Those aren't pins. That's just machined. I didn't even have to do that. No big deal. We'll go ahead and slide that back on. Wait, no. Stop. Getting ahead of yourself. We need to put the boot on first. And make sure that it fits the cup. Okay, let's make sure it fits the cup. That ain't gonna fit. It'll fit. It's just gonna be a pain in the butt to do. Yeah, that'll fit. Look at that. Make sure it goes all the way on. Yeah, that'll fit. All right. So we're going to go ahead and slide that on here. And take all that grease with it. Hell yeah. And I'm just going to slide that all the way back up there and get it out of the way. This is not that hard of a job. I'm making it look way harder than it is. Gonna squeegee some of this down in here. Just freaking like a lot. Just kind of got it. Probably should have just put it all in there. But we'll go ahead and get this back on now. Bam. Now get the snap ring back on. Clean up the shit over here as much as I can. Here's the small ones. We don't need these no more. And here's this. Let's go ahead and clean that up a little bit. Try not to pachew this time. What the hell? Oh. Dang, look at that. This thing comes apart. What in the hell is going on here? Okay, that's the wrong side. This is the right side. Put it on the other side so it opens when we squeeze it. Yeah, like that. Okay. Now, that's the round side. Well, this one's really round on both sides. All right, that's that. All right, no pachewing. Don't shoot it across the garage. Make sure it made a good clip and it's sitting down in the trough. It is not. Now it is. Yeah, it looks like it's all in there evenly. Make sure that that's not gonna come off. It's definitely not. All right, well, that's that. Now we are going to put the cup on. Oh yeah, that's nice. Yep, that's nice. I'll carefully put that back on. And I'm just going to squeeze the rest of this tube in there also. We got a bunch of these tubes, obviously one with every single one of these boots. And I already put the good grease in there. Heck yeah. Well, that's that one. We put the whole tube in there, which I believe that's what you're supposed to do anyway. Now we'll try and get this on without making a huge mess. Bam, like so. Nope, 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 nope. It's trying to push it out on me. One more click on that, maybe? No, that's all the way in. Why is that not coming down all the way? Okay, well, I don't know how, but my light just took a shit. A piece of crap light anyway. Now it's not bright. Yep. Why can't anything ever be easy? Well, that definitely looks like it's all the way down anyway. Yeah, we're not going to get another one out of it, so there we go. Okay. And that's that. Painted that one black. That one's for the that little half shaft thing, I believe. Nope, I don't believe. I believe this one's for the transmission on the passenger side. Heck yeah. So let's go ahead and get this one done. Make sure that that boot's all good. I don't know about good, but it's definitely not ripped. It doesn't show any signs of rubbing. Still feels good. We'll get this side off. Get it in the next cup. And being that you just saw that one, the last one being done, we're going to go ahead oh yeah, look at all that beautiful grease that we don't really need. Gonna clean up this little clip. Batman, you guys already saw me do one. So we're gonna go ahead and speed through this one. All right, we got the control arms loose and everything popped out. I know you guys are on the wrong side. I'm gonna do this one first. so nice. I'm so happy I did not have to replace the axles, that I found the boot so I could just rebuild these, because that was the original plan, but there ain't nothing wrong with these. They just needed new boots. Alright, sorry everybody. My mic's died, so I'm doing a little voiceover. Right here I'm measuring the axles. One is about 16 inches and one is about 17 and a half inches. So I'm going to get under the car and I'm going to measure from the transmission to the passenger side hub, and then do the same on the driver's side from the half shaft to the wheel hub on the driver wheel. Then I'm going to figure out which of the two go on the passenger side and which the other one would go on the driver's side. And then I'm going to come back and put the cup on it and install the passenger side. Again, sorry about losing my microphones. They're new. I still have to figure out the runtime. All right, well, my mic is about to die, my phone's about to die, so I figured I'd quickly go over a few things. So we got the wastegate adapter in, we got the wastegate in, we got the fuel rail in, all the injectors in. The fuel pump works. I think that the pressure regulator is bad and it's not allowing pressure, or not allowing the fuel to come up. We got both rear axles put together, new boots, and installed. Everything's tightened up. Everything's awesome. We got the passenger side axle put back together with new boots and installed. That was a pain in the butt. I still have to take off the intermediate shaft and put the driver's side back together. But we are rocking out. I thought that this was going to be, I mean, it's already almost 6 o'clock. I thought that we were going to get this done way faster, but it doesn't matter. It's getting done. It's getting done right. I'm super excited. We got one more to do. I'm going to try and get that done tonight. Before I go, the sun went away and it started raining and it's a little cold, but I'm going to try and get that last one done before I bounce out of here. You know what? I'm just going to end it here. We're going to try and get that last one done though, but I'm going to end it here. So I hope everybody's having a good night and we'll see you in the next one.